This is the Great Basin prescribed fire and weather briefing for Monday, March 2nd. On our map, we do have quite a bit of prescribed fire activity all across parts of Utah and southern central Nevada, starting up here up in Idaho too in the Snake River Plain and way up north in the Salmon Chalice. So it's starting to be that time of year. The yellow circles were recent natural fires, albeit very small. The red circle here indicates a small natural fire. Again, we're in that dormant season, so dormant brush combined with any leftover carryover fine fuels could pose a little bit of a problem on dry, breezy days. And it's been dry for the southern half of the geographic area, bone dry, near 0% of normal precipitation. But the northern third of Nevada, Utah, and into parts of Idaho did get some wetness. It did miss some areas, but this area in green on the left, a half inch to an inch of precipitation is not too bad. Snow levels were on the higher side, so not as much addition to the snowpack. Our 2-month flash drought index continues to flash drought signals of varying degrees across much of the area, especially in the south, the highest level of flash drought, category 4. How this differs from the U.S. Drought Monitor, it's on a shorter time scale. You look at 2 months and you think that's long, but the U.S. Drought Monitor looks at things maybe 3 to 6, even 9 months over the past record to correlate drought. This is a much shorter time frame. It incorporates some of the finer and moderate-sized fuels for us in fire. Now, the snowpack had some replenishment a week and a half ago. A lot of that has diminished. We had some rains in some of the higher elevations up to 8,000 and 9,000 feet in a lot of areas. So still looking at anywhere from 23% to 46% over parts of southern and central Utah and Nevada. The Sierra Front got a little bit more, closer to 80% in some areas, but a lot of the Wasatch, for example, 62, 66%. Closer to normal, albeit still below across parts of Idaho, and it's only western Wyoming, which is near normal at 96%, but a lot of that is mostly in the highest elevations. A lot of the middle elevations are doing a bit worse. You can see the snow cover map here. This is the 10-hour fuel status, a new map that we finally have issued for this coming fire season, and it shows the driest conditions with 10-hour fuels forecast to be in the upper single digits across southern Nevada and parts of the Arizona Strip. Otherwise, they've moistened up quite a bit over the last couple of days. And looking at the upper level map for today, you have clouds and moisture pushing into the northern half of the geographic area, kind of with a strong cold front. It will bring cooler temperatures, a rise in humidity to a lot of our northern and central areas. But there's this dry wedge over the southern third of Nevada to the Arizona Strip and southern Utah. It's going to bring dry, breezy conditions. But what this trough of low pressure will do is bring very good dispersion to all areas affected by it. So you see the areas in the white. It's only up in the north that there are some areas in red. That's due to some lighter winds and also some cloud cover, which prevents heating and daytime mixing. You can see the surface winds here are quite strong. Then this is in the surface. This is more like 20, 25 mile an hour winds sustained. You can see the humidities on the right in the mid-teens in far southern areas, more like 20 to 30% a bit further north, and then you moisten up quite a bit, mostly above 45 or 50% and higher as you head further north with ongoing precipitation. Strong winds at the transport level and at the ridge tops. These areas in purple indicate transport winds of 40, 45 miles an hour, good mixing heights. Now for tomorrow, this low pressure area starts exiting to our east. We have a weak ridge of high pressure building it with sunshine. Under high pressure, the overall dispersion gets a little worse. We have some more areas of red here across Nevada and Idaho and into parts of northern Utah. Best dispersion will be in our southern and eastern areas. Winds will be much lighter tomorrow, just locally 5 to 15 miles an hour, where you see the areas in the lighter to darker green. Humidity, again, 15 to 20% in the south, but more like 30 to 50% as you head further north. And even at the transport level, not much going on. Vertical mixing, very good. Several thousand feet above ground level, we see the oranges and the reds. And then another fast-moving trough of low pressure moves in by Wednesday. More clouds, some precipitation in northern areas, maybe some lowering snow levels. Very good overall dispersion, a lot more areas of white in the map. Winds, you can almost see that cold front with this belt of winds from northeast to southwest of 12 to 22 miles an hour, and that's at the surface. Humidity, though, again, dry in the south in the teens, and it then rapidly rises as you get north of the I-80 corridor. Transport winds strongest in the north ahead of that system, but of course that'll be with higher humidity. Vertical mixing looking pretty good in a lot of areas. 3-day precipitation total, some pretty good amounts across the Wasatch, especially the northern Wasatch, and into parts of the Idaho mountains, a half inch to locally an inch. Some of that will be in the form of snow. Otherwise, even getting down a little bit south of the I-80 corridor, but still our far southern and eastern areas remain bone dry. Now looking at Thursday, low pressure kind of closes off over southern Utah, so cooler, showery weather, lower snow levels, not very heavy precipitation, but precipitation nonetheless, drying on northerly flow further west. Almost the entire map is in excellent overall dispersion, which is what we start seeing this time of year typically. Now the trough low pressure moves further east, but we have a strong northwesterly flow on Friday, some cooler air, excellent overall dispersion. That pattern continues on Saturday, although some clouds start spilling over the ridge of high pressure, but no real heavy precipitation. There's a weak frontal system pushing through Utah late in the period. Days 4 and 5 precipitation. This is Thursday morning through Saturday morning, just some scattered light amounts across eastern areas, and then we kind of dry out over the course of the rest of the 7-day period. These are the 7-day totals, most of it in the first half of the period. And the extended outlook, near normal temperatures, maybe a slight edge towards a little warmer than normal across western areas, and that's where there'll also be a drier than normal signal across most of the geographic area, maybe closer to normal in eastern areas, but no big precipitation producers over the next 2 weeks. That takes us into mid-March, and that doesn't give us much time to replenish some of our very low snowpack numbers. This concludes our briefing. Next one coming up on Wednesday. Have a great day.